Hello and welcome back to Europe 1100, and we're once again in the tournament because we do want to get at least to around, well, I would ideally like to get 15,000 gold to be able to employ a rather dangerous caravan, because that caravan's probably going to be able to pretty much handle anything that comes its way, especially when it comes in regards to bandits. However, what we're currently now facing is, well, the possibility that I might not even be able to get to anywhere near 15,000. I'm not sure why, probably because of all the ferry points and everything. I've not had a very good time with those things, let's say that. And hopefully we will be able to amass the amount of money that we're going to need. Because otherwise it's going to inevitably lead to me getting a caravan that is, well, just awful. That's it. You know, that's the only thing that I can really say, because otherwise we're going to have to take one that is about 10,000, or actually, never mind, more than that, because I'm not actually a part of a faction or a culture that has a trade benefit. Because usually, if you were to, for example, play as an Aserai culture in the base game, you would be able to get a 30% caravan price reduction, and in my opinion that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, yeah, come on, you know, that's a huge amount of cash, at least early on in the game. And if you're attempting to do kind of like a trading character or someone that utilizes a little bit of trading, then it's really going to make a huge difference. Ooh, we actually did a double kill right there. Very nice. German armed trader for some reason. Not entirely sure why he was so incredibly effective here, but apparently he really gave them what for. And there we have it, a wonderful victory for us. So we did actually gain a helmet here. Now this helmet is going to maybe go to my companion. Not sure if that's really going to be that useful for him, to be honest, because he is just going to be our scouting person, and that's not really... You don't really need armor to be able to do that, and he is going to be a bowman as well. This is actually better for me, so we're going to be using that, and then I'll sell my old one for 600. I think that sounds like a pretty decent idea. Let me just take a quick look in here for cheap weapons. Yeah, see, now this is the problem. I actually did want to do a little bit of smithing in the meantime as well, because if we do some smithing, then it's pretty good, you know? Doing some smithing can actually always kind of give you a little bit of money back, and that would be something I would be interested in. Now, Oslo, obviously, as we know, is under siege, so I'm actually thinking, you know what, let's go over there. Let's see if there's actually a quest to eliminate one of these hideouts in this area as well, because there are two hideouts that I can currently see on the map. So I'm thinking, you know what, let's try and eliminate those. That's going to give me a pretty heavy amount of cash, raw cash, as well as you know, money in the form of loot and a variety of other reasons. So I'm thinking, yeah, you know what, let's try and see if we can do that. I have 9,000. Hopefully I'm going to be able to maintain at least around that number. We need to find a village or something that is willing to pay me. Oh wow, we're getting really unlucky with this. Okay, yeah, not sure what's going on with that, but I don't really want to go into the hideout without the quest. And these guys are too fast for me, unfortunately. Is my herd deficit too high? No, it isn't. Oh, that's interesting. I just don't have enough... I guess I just don't have enough horses, you know? I guess that's what it comes down to right there. Anyway, there is another hideout over here, so maybe, just maybe, there is another village that might want to get rid of it. Oh. It doesn't seem like it. Oh, wait. Hello. There might be one here. Oh, needs... Are you serious? Needs access to some place. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Alright, well, let's just make my way over here. Okay, so let's just have a quick look here, because I'd like to... Oh, what is going on here? What is this? This is absolute insanity. And also, look at how much I can sell coal for here, or charcoal. That's actually crazy. I'm going to sell my charcoal. I'm going to sell all of that, because I can create that by the bucket load if I just have some hardwood, and we can buy hardwood for between 20 and 40 nearby, and we can sell this for well, as you could quite clearly tell, about 90. So I'm very, very pleased about that. We can also sell the wool, but we're going to be taking quite a lot of fish here, just because you never know what's actually going to happen. Maybe we're going to be able to sell this for a decent amount, and we're otherwise going to go over and see whether Oslo needs some food. But this is crazy. Oh no, really? 1,500 to... Ah. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm just going to probably stay here for the moment, and we're going to see... let's see what's actually happening. Okay, so maybe they have run out of food. Let's just cross our fingers and hope, because otherwise I'm going to be having a word with them. Let's have a look. Oh no, really? Okay, well, I did buy it for literally nothing, so I'm going to sell all the grain. I'm going to sell most of the fish, and that's 1,800. I guess that's all right. I guess that's okay. How much did I actually have before? Didn't I have around this? Oh my. That's just terrible, isn't it? Okay, a heavy lamella vest. Well, as we know, it gives me about, what, 800 or something like that, doesn't it? Or something? I don't know. Well, never mind. This is really funny how we're back all the way in Nordic territory, isn't it? Really did not intend to do that, to be honest. I was kind of hoping, you know what, to just get a caravan up and running, try to do a little bit of trading, but the ferry points and the amount of cost that is associated with them is so dramatically draining. And you wouldn't think so, would you? You wouldn't think, oh yeah, there's, going on a boat or whatever, just with 30 or so units, you wouldn't think that that's going to make a significant impact on the overall amount of money that you're making, but it does. Oh, especially when such a short distance to travel, and yet I had to pay 1,600 almost. 1,600, that's way too much. Oh well, never mind. We can't do much about that now. I guess I just have to stick around here a little bit more, try to do some more trades in amongst the Nordic factions, I suppose, and we'll just have to see what happens with them. Because as it stands, I really do not want to pay another 1,600 to go away from here now. So I'm going to have to, I don't know, make the best of things, try and figure out some good trades to make. But yeah, really was not expecting that. I thought to myself, yeah, we kind of, I don't know, I was kind of hoping, you know what I was really hoping for? To be able to make enough money, not have so much, so many ferry point costs and everything, because let's face it, that's what the most of my money has been spent on. And I was just hoping to get a caravan up and running, just get a caravan up and running, and then we're going to be plain sailing, and then we can basically just, have a good old time doing whatever we wanted to do. We could, well, I think becoming a mercenary would be quite fun with one of the factions. Not sure who we're going to join yet, but obviously it's just becoming a mercenary, so it's not that serious. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. And if we do become a mercenary, you've got to bear in mind that our caravan will probably be attacked, but yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's going to be far enough away from our, primary place of business or, sphere of business, and then we might be able to just avoid most of the conflict, which would be pretty good. Oh, nice headshot, but still the guy is not dead. Very surprising. Nice little sidestep there to avoid the overhead, just in case. I mean, one-handed usually don't have crush through blocks, but you never know what's going to happen with these guys. Maybe they are going to have something amazing. Anyway, let me see if I can actually just take this guy down. Nice little sidestep right there. Again, wow, okay, any single time he goes for an overhead, just a nice sidestep to the right, it's always going to make a huge difference to our evasion. And we did get some money from this, but obviously it's not going to be amazing. The main reason why we're doing this, of course, is to gain renown, get the, number one on the leaderboard, and also to get renown in general. The raw value that you gain is pretty okay. I'd like to actually do more tasks, if at all possible. That would be really, really useful. Yeah, so this gives us about 700, as I said before, so we're just going to sell that once again. And let's actually just take a quick look at Oslo real fast. What do they actually sell that's really good? Tools? Yeah, tools are actually pretty good, so we're just going to buy that for 750. And she has something, gang leader needs weapons. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do the gang leader needs weapons thing? Probably not. Art of the trade. What does she need? What does she need? Let's just see. What do you need? 7 pieces of one-handed... Okay, sure. Fine. You need one-handed weapons. This should be pretty easy for me to do. So wait a minute. One-handed axes. Okay, so she's gonna sell me how much? She's gonna give me 2,000, right? So let's have a look. She needs how many? 12? Oh no. See, now I'm screwing myself over. Oh, she only needs 7. Oh, see, now I spent way too much. Now I spent way too much, and now I'm incredibly sad. Oh, and the game just crashed. Alright, so we've entered another tournament. This is actually at Göteborg, I believe. Göteborg. And yeah, I obviously got rolled back quite significantly, so I'm just now kind of catching up on where we were previously. And that's the thing. Amusingly enough, I'm not sure how the ferry points and their costs are calculated, but I literally had to pay 2,000 to get back over here. And yeah, I was kind of contemplating whether I should even bother doing it, to be honest, because I thought to myself, you know what, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because we kind of know what's going to happen over here, you know what I mean? We kind of know that the food and everything is absolutely fine in Oslo, so it basically made no sense whatsoever for me to do this, but I had already done it, and I wanted to kind of stand by my decision to do it initially, because otherwise I'm changing, you know, changing history, basically, you know what I mean? Like, it's like it's like using a time travel machine or whatever just to do that, and I obviously wanted to stand by what I was doing beforehand, which was, of course, to try and you know, get my you know, get some profit, you know, get some profit from those things. But anyway, this tournament actually is going to provide us with some harpoons, which I am very, very pleased to say are, as I said before, one of my favorite throwing weapons ever. And so I am going to attempt to beat this fellow. Should be pretty easy for us, as long as I can get this headshot. Or, yeah, that was a chest shot. That's good enough. There we go. Nice and easy. Alright, so yeah, obviously we are a little bit, you know, a little bit rolled back now, which I gotta say is not exactly great, but let's just hope that it doesn't crash again. I might actually do a little bit more saving now, because I don't want it to roll me back even further once more. So, yeah, anyway, here's the harpoon. We're obviously going to be swapping these out. I don't really want to use the fish harpoons if I can help it. So, yeah, we're just going to do that. We have basically nothing to show for it here. Well, I mean, apart from the fact, look at how, I mean, literally, look at how crazy their prices for fish and things like that are. I don't even know where I could go to sell this stuff. Maybe I could go over to Stockholm, potentially. I'm not entirely sure, but let's just go over there and see exactly what's happening, because I need information. That is one of the things that I have found is, well, obviously that is extremely important in most aspects of things, but as you can see here, look at this. I can literally sell my horses for a significant profit here as well, because they basically have none. The food situation is absolutely fantastic here. I could buy tools for a very cheap price, but do I want to buy tools? That's the question. Do I want to buy tools here? Probably not, right? Probably not. But what else can I actually buy here? Yeah, it seems like the trading... Seems like trading in this area has gone completely downhill, and that has now made me feel extremely bad. But oh well, never mind. Okay. Oh dear. Oh my. This is pretty terrible. Okay, what about the hardwood is okay, I guess. What about okay, I was kind of hoping for an escort caravan mission or something like that. I feel like maybe we could potentially do one of those and do quite well at it. What else do we have here? Now you need manual laborers, you absolute imbecile. What a classic. Yeah, you remember how I wanted him to have manual laborers beforehand, right? Yeah. Okay, Palacira, okay, she could be a pretty good caravan person. I don't really care about who, you know, what kind of skills they have, to be honest, but oh well, maybe it would be kind of good. Anyway, tools, not so good here. Hardwood is very good here, apparently. They don't have any hardwood. There's also some sea raiders in here as well, which I wouldn't mind fighting. They actually went on the ocean. That's not particularly good. Alright, well maybe we can actually fight these guys. Are they going to be too difficult? Are they going to be too difficult for me? Maybe they will be. That would be really bad, wouldn't it? That would be super bad, but let me actually just see what happens here. Maybe I can fight the 14? Yes, we can. Nice. Alright, so let's do this. This is actually really good. As I asked in the previous episode, we are definitely very lucky to find these Sea Raiders. And let me actually just have a look here. Do I have anything yet? No, I really do not. Now the question is, are we going to be able to get a couple of kills with my harpoon? And are the kills actually going to provide me with any really decent skill? Because here's the thing. These enemies, they have thrown weapons too. And they're obviously going to be pretty good at using them themselves. They are going to have some good stats in the throwing weapon skill. And I don't really have the most amazing ones. As you can see, oh, I did just eliminate their chief. So that's pretty nice. I can only hope that we're going to do alright here. Let's just move my archers a little bit ahead of the infantry. Move the infantry to the side so that they have a full line of sight on the opponent. And we're just going to see if I can maybe throw a couple over there. Oh, nice hit. I only gained 1 skill point for that. Are you serious? Okay, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, but alright. Nice hit. Nice hit. Oh, okay. Wow. I'm actually really surprised that we were able to get so many kills there. Alright, let me try one more here. Oh, that hit the ground. That was so incredibly sad. Alright, well, my archers are seemingly doing okay. I gotta be careful about these guys bringing out their spears and everything. Okay. I'm actually remarkably pleased that we are doing so well here. Nice hit. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. What? What is going on here? Why is my sword so terrible? Well, shall we say, why is my angle of attack so terrible? That's probably the... what? Do you see that? Did you see that? It looked like my sword went right through him, but it must have been the angle. It must have been the angle, right? Surely it couldn't have just missed him straight up, but no. Anyway, there we go. 2.2 renown, not too bad, and we are able to take some more upgrades and get those going. And I would like to actually get a shield, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to equip this shield right here. This is a thick round shield, which could potentially sell for an exceedingly good amount. And well, I'm not sure if I really want to do that right now, because while it would give me a good chunk of cash, I'm not sure if I want to do that instead of using it, because a shield is always going to be kind of useful for us, at least for the moment. And as you can see, it actually doesn't sell for that much. The raw value is obviously really good, but the actual value, because of my trade penalties and things, is not that large. So that's something to bear in mind. Anyway, there is a tournament going on here. However, I would like to do battle with a couple more of these guys. You think that 15 is actually going to come out here sometime? They are worried about us, I think. Are they? Or are they stuck? I think they might be stuck. They seem to be a bit stuck, so I'm just going to leave them to it, and we're just going to attack these guys instead. And we're just going to do a nice little auto-resolve here. Should be able to achieve victory. Basically, the main thing right now is leveling up my own forces. You know, leveling up my own forces and getting loot, and then selling that loot and so on. More than dealing with me, you know, because for me personally, I can level up at any time, but being able to level up my troops, it's pretty important, especially considering the amount of money that we're going to make as well. In my opinion, it's pretty good to get loot just very quickly and effectively like this. And if we do then go into the town here, there is no tournament here anymore. Oh, that's sad. Okay, well, I guess I just wasted that opportunity. But look at how much we're making right now. I sell this for over 1,000 just so incredibly easily. And there's also a spear here as well if we wanted to use that. But no, I'm just going to continue selling it. Now we have 8,400. Very much appreciating that. What else can we do here? Well, I can buy some of this. Whoa, hardwood is selling for an amazing amount here. This is really good. Unfortunately, this is going to over-encumber me a little bit. Do they have any horses? These guys? I don't think so, right? No, they have very little horses. Okay, so what we're going to have to do... Let's go over to the other town. And we'll see what's going on here. There is a tournament going on if we want to do it. What can we do here, though? We can sell tools for a decent amount. Okay, let's sell tools for a decent amount. We're going to get 1,600 for that. What about the charcoal? There is no charcoal and no hardwood here. This could be a fantastic place for us to do some smithing. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Going to do some smithing right here. Going to try to get to 25. Unfortunately, not able to. Ran out of the amount of hardwood that I had already, so that's sad. But we should now be able to sell that charcoal for a pretty decent price. As you can see, look at that. It is actually selling for 97. So that gives me another 1,200. Didn't spend that much on it at all. So pretty happy with that. And we're also getting plate reinforced gloves from heading into this tournament too, which is going to give me 18 armor. But I could more than likely sell them for, I'm gonna say maybe 750 or something like that. Not entirely sure how much. Oh no, that's a bad start, isn't it? Oh dear. I'm worried now. One damage. One damage finished him off. Oh my, what an embarrassing amount of damage that is to die to, that is for sure. I mean, I know it's embarrassing enough dealing that much damage, but taking that much damage and dying from the tournament, yeah, okay. That's pretty funny. Unfortunately, this fellow is going to prove to be rather irritating himself. And we got him. Ooh, that was on Archer? Are you serious? Okay, wow, that's actually pretty impressive to assume that an Archer would be able to survive and actually be that effective for an extended period of time, especially considering they didn't even have a bow. And hilariously enough, don't give these Huskarls a bow, because they seem to be absolutely useless at using them, as you might expect, of course. 58 damage. That should be enough to finish him off in a second. Let's just see if I can... Nope, he's going to run away. Nice. Okay, thankfully I didn't have to do it all. And I might just try to see if I can get a caravan up and running in just a moment, once we go into the town. I am literally just taking damage needlessly at this point. Ooh, okay, that was a bit close. Oh, everything seems to be on a knife's edge at this point, you know? I'm literally trying to win this relatively easily, but for some reason I'm just opening myself up for that initial attack, and it's just taking its toll on my chances here. Anyway, there we go. Another couple of gloves right there. I'm not sure. I don't think they're as good as what I'm wearing. No, I'm wearing the male mittens, aren't I, or something like that. So yeah. That should be fine. Now, what I'm going to do, I think the reason why the game crashed before is because I took that task from the gang leader. So I'll probably try and stay away from tasks from gang leaders for the moment, just purely for that fact, no other reason. And otherwise, we're just going to take a quick look here. Hello there. I would like to buy a caravan. Yes, 15,000, unfortunately. Yeah, that's pretty significant. So, yeah, we're just going to sell the prisoners that we have here as well. We should probably recruit some people, shouldn't we? Because we're starting to get a bit dilapidated in regards to our own forces. So, yeah, unfortunately going to have to do that. I'd like to get a hideout task. Oh, there's a bunch more of the map here. I assume that they're going to add some more people in, right? Going to add some more factions in or something like that, but... yeah, it feels to me like there's definitely more room to add some people there. Anyway, let's see if they have some more. Yes, they do. They do have some more hardwood. That's great. Okay. Is there another village here nearby that has hardwood? Doesn't seem like it. No. Now I'm disappointed, because I was hoping, you know what, if maybe we could be even luckier, literally just selling my charcoal over here. I mean, it's a stone's throw away. It's really, really cheap. So... yeah, as you can see, hardwood actually doesn't even sell for that much here, but charcoal certainly might. Let's just have a look. Maybe it won't actually this time around, but it's fine because charcoal is always usable, and we can now actually level up our smithing and gain another perk in that. There's actually a bunch of perks that we can gain here as well. So let's have a look. We probably want to go for Veterinary, I guess, and then we'll go for persuasion chance. I think sounds the best. Let's do that. And then charcoal production. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so let's actually just take a quick look. How much does charcoal sell for? Yes, 27. As you might expect, we did sell quite a lot to the town, and they're really not going to be. They're not going to be bothered anymore, you know. They're not going to be bothered about that. Not until the charcoal has been used up, of course, and then there's going to be a demand again for it. But obviously that is neither here nor there, because that's not what we're going to be doing right here. So let's actually have a look. Maybe Oslo needs it. Yeah, Oslo needs a little bit of charcoal, as you can see. But if I went here to Thessaloniki, I have no idea what modern day city this is, so apologies for that, but whatever the case, let me just sell this a little bit and see what we get. Yeah, I don't know whether I want to sell all of it. Yeah, I guess we will, but not really great. I guess it's fine. There is a tournament going on here as well. Heavy lamella vest once again. Do I want to do it? The question is, are we close? No, we are not. Okay, I'd like to do a task, though. That's the thing. There is a task at the village. Let's see. Art of the trade. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a look and see what he has. Okay, he deals in flax. Sure. Okay, I will find the right market for your flax myself, and I'm just going to pay you for the products. So, the reason why I do this is so that I can get the quest done and out of the way, but the problem with it is that it barely gave me any charm skill. I was kind of hoping that maybe we could get a little bit more charm skill. Obviously, the best way to get charm skill is by interacting with lords. So maybe we could do something with that, but it doesn't seem like that's actually going to happen very easily. So, yeah, not sure what we could do here. Maybe we could actually get some furs? No. I mean, I could sell furs for 245 at Oslo, but what is the point? It doesn't really seem like that's really going to make that much difference at all. So I paid how much for the flax? 347 or something like that. So technically what I could do is I could sell all of this maybe to this town, or maybe I can just go across the ocean and see what we could get there, but you know, I don't really want to do that again, do I? Okay, so let's actually sell that. We're going to get 235 for it, sure. I don't really mind. We're going to get rid of that stuff at least. And there is a bunch of weapons and things like that here that I could potentially level up my smithing on, which might make sense. But do we have any hardwood? No. There is no hardwood here. There is a tournament. Let's just see what the reward is at the tournament, because it might be something good. Simple Raider Battle Axe. Okay, that might be pretty good. Is it a two-handed? No, it's a one-handed. Okay. Well, couldn't get super lucky, could we? Oh well, never mind. Okay, let me see if I can take this guy out with my thrown weapons. Can you face me, sir? Can you face me? Okay, fine. You're not going to do that. I'm just gonna attack him straight up. There we go. That was easy enough, wasn't it? And these fellows, I'm just gonna try and attack. Oh, went for the wrong guy. Oh well, never mind. A nice headshot there to start things off. Finished him off. I love that. It's such a satisfying animation when you're able to hit someone in the head with a throwing axe and they just topple to the ground. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, we can hopefully get this guy dead. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Actually starting to do something. You Olfednar, Mr. Person Man. Yes, there we go. That is his technical title, of course, as you might expect. And we are otherwise going to advance to the next round. Let me see if I can... Yes, nice little evasion there. There we are. And now we can hopefully go through. I was hopeful for the thrown axes, to be honest, but no way, no way. Unfortunately, not getting lucky with that. Ooh, he lowered his... Wow, okay, very surprising. I really didn't think that he was going to lower his guard at the last second there, but he did. Very nice. Okay, so we did gain another 3 renown from that. Bear in mind that every single time we do a tournament, this is really good for us. So even if it can be a little bit... Maybe it's a little bit annoying for you, I don't know. Let me know, by the way, because I'm happy to skip tournaments if you don't want to see them, but that is a part of the journey, and I kind of think that that enriches the experience, but obviously that is my own That's my own opinion. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe you don't like it. I don't know. But just let me know what you think about that. Otherwise, let's see. Do we want writing skill? Do we want charm skill? I personally would like to go for smithing, because I think that smithing could be really, really useful if we can just level it up a whole bunch. And we would be able to if we have a significant way to supply hardwood to ourselves. It would be really, really good for us to do that. Okay, so we could technically buy a Snekia. Okay. Okay. That is terrible. No. No, I'm not going to do that. Harbor Master? Should I go to England for 3,600? Go to England for 3,600 or stay here? Oh, I don't know. I really want to get a caravan. I really want to get a caravan up and running. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to buy the furs and I'm going to sell the axe in exchange for that. And then we will make our way on over to Oslo. So what we're going to do... Alright, so this is my plan for the foreseeable future. Oh, Oslo's just come under siege. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, oh, there goes my plan out the window immediately. Oh, no, they stopped the siege immediately. Okay, that's great. Anyway, so yes, my plan right now is to get a caravan. So that means trading and doing whatever I can over in this area. So we're going to sell that for 935. They also have no food here now, as you can see. So I can actually sell my grain and fish for a significant profit. Look at that. Sold that for 3,100. We now have... Oh. We now have no food. I sold all of my food. I am an absolute idiot at times. Not all the time, but yes. Most of the time. And yeah, I'm just going to go over to... of course... There is that auto-pathing issue right there, but yeah, we are going to make sure that we go over to Gothenburg here, and maybe what we'll be able to do is purchase some more food at a significantly reduced price. Yes, indeed, we are. Okay, this is fantastic. This is really, really good. Okay, so this may very well get us what we need, okay? And I would very much love that if we can make it work. So let's do this. Cargo within capacity, that's absolutely fine. They are going to run out of food relatively soon again, and in the meantime I should probably do a little bit of smithing potentially. Maybe I can buy some weapons and things like that from there. They also have a tournament going on. A banner of shifting sands. Okay, that might be something that I'd like to do. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as well. Whoa, where am I? Oh, I've only won 13. Wow, okay, I'm a novice apparently. That is... It's actually quite sad. I thought that I was much better than that, but oh well. Never mind. Apparently I'm not. And let's go into the trade screen here. Do they still need food? Yep, they certainly do. Look at this. Alright. Let's sell a whole bunch. Here we go. Not too much. Just enough. Lots of grain. They want lots of grain. I'm just going to sell all the grain here that I can. And then... we will just trade that. So we got, look at that, we got another 5 skill points in trade, which is absolutely wonderful. And what we're going to do is we're going to go for, I actually don't know. Plus 30% carry capacity could actually be kind of useful considering horses are very expensive. But I'm actually going to go for market dealer here for the moment. I think that might be a little bit more useful for me. And we're otherwise just going to go in here and purchase some iron pitchforks and wooden hammers. That's going to cost me 2,000, which is absolutely fine. Don't worry about this, because what we're going to now do is we're just going to do this. We're just going to smelt these things, just do a little bit more of the refining, smelt these things. Look at how much I am gaining. I am gaining so much charcoal right now. And now, technically what I could do, I actually don't have any wrought iron, which is rather hilarious. But now what I can do is go in here. They don't have any charcoal, so I can sell this charcoal for a pretty significant amount, about 1,000. It doesn't really matter, you know. I don't really need a huge amount here. And they... And now I have good amounts of charcoal, bear that in mind, and I still have 13,000 gold. Because beforehand I had 13,700, right? So I basically purchased 70 lots of charcoal for 700 gold, which in my opinion is a bargain. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think that's really good. So what we're then going to do is we'll head back here, we'll buy some more food, and then we'll go over to Oslo once more, and hopefully they are still going to be in need of food. That is the only thing that I can really hope for here. Do they have any horses that I can purchase? Yes, they do. Okay, thank you. Give me all these horses. I will take all of them. Thank you very much. And we'll buy some regular ones as well, I suppose. Yeah, this is probably not the best idea for me to do this, but I'm going to do it nevertheless because I just want to be able to move faster. I can't walk on water. No, it is absolutely trolling me. It is. The auto pathing is just absolutely trolling me at this point. Anyway, let's go in here. They are still without food, as you can see. Are they? No, they are still not. They are not without food just yet. But if we wait here for a little bit of time, they will soon be. Technically, I could go into the tournament. You know what? I'm going to end the episode off here because I'm getting carried away. But we are going to do some really, really cool stuff in the next episode. I'm going to get my caravan. We're going to be able to leave Nordic lands, potentially go to England, maybe. I think it would be quite fun to see what kinds of trades we can do over there, what kinds of fights we can get into, and maybe we can even become a mercenary as well. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to soon enough. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.